Hey guys, how's it going? This is Sir Jedi Sentinel. Today I will be reacting to Nomad of Nowhere, Episode 4. Before I do, I want to talk about Episode 3 and what happened there, and why I didn't post a reaction to it. I posted it on my YouTube page. I'm not sure who saw it. I'm a new channel, it's fine if you didn't, that's why I'm going to talk about it here. I had issues recording that episode. I made an amateur mistake. I went and filmed my reaction, and I forgot to turn on the display capture. So, yeah, while I was recording, I didn't have the video up on my screen, so it didn't record with me. I thought, oh, that won't be a big problem. I can just record the display capture and have them and try to sync them up together with my reaction. But then I went and watched the video to see where I'd need to put it in and what would need to be edited and everything, and the audio was atrocious. The capture audio, because even when I don't have the screen capture on, my computer still records the audio from whatever I'm watching. That audio came out fine, but my speaking came out horrible. You could barely hear me, and if you could barely understand what I was saying. So the video was effectively ruined. I couldn't, and I mean, it's a reaction. It kind of hinges upon it being your first viewing, so I couldn't go back and watch it. In its place, however, I will be reviewing episode 3. This video will still be the reaction. It'll come in a little bit later, and you can skip to this point in time if you just want to watch it. For those of you who are staying behind, yeah, like I said, I'm just going to be reviewing episode 3, Trouble on Purpose. Overall, it was still a good episode. I think so far it's been the best episode. I was sort of waiting before I said anything, because I was like, okay, we're only 3 episodes in. Let's see where the characters keep going, how they keep developing. I wanted to wait a little bit before I said anything, but 3 episodes in, and I'm confident now. The Nomad is my favorite character. He is adorable, as everyone says. His movements are absolutely hilarious. Like I keep saying, I keep comparing him to a Looney Tunes character. Bugs Bunny, the Roadrunner, Sylvester. He moves like them. It only adds to his adorableness, and it gives it this sort of slapstick. And I think because, everyone moves, even though it's an animated series, everyone moves very human. And then you have the Nomad, who compared to everyone else is very animated, which makes a lot of sense. He's mute, so movement is how he communicates. So he has to be very lively, very animated. And yeah, like I said, it's just watching him interact with people and watching him, just move and be adorable. I wish I phrased that better, but what can you do? He is my favorite character. And he's kind of an innocent little cinnamon roll, and I love him. Now, on to the episode. Episode 3 is the first episode that didn't give us any plot development. Episode 1 introduced the Nomad, Toph, Scout, the Dandelions, and it introduced, sort of the basic plot. The Nomad is an outlaw. He has this bounty on him. And then episode 2 introduced Don Paragon as one of the antagonists, and then it introduced El Rey, the king, who put this bounty on the Nomad. And it's like, so we're seeing, I guess it's not really plot, I guess it's more world building, although that could be plot as well. Meanwhile, we saw the Nomad interact with people, and possibly why he has this bounty on him. It's sort of a very Trigun type reasoning. It's like he has these powers, but there are moments where it's beyond his control. That's, there's a lot of influences on Nomad of Nowhere. Like Looney Tunes, which I keep making all the time. Trigun reference is very prominent as an inspiration. Mad Max, and then there's like the Sergio Leone westerns, like the ranch hand who showed up at the end of the last episode, had the poncho and everything. I mean, as I was saying, episodes 1 and 2 gave us some plot. Episode 3 really didn't. It was more of an action set piece. And that's not a bad thing. I think for what we got, it worked really well. Like I said, episode 3 has been my favorite so far. To talk about it, I'm going to talk about the B plot first. You know, Don Paragon has called off Toth's search for the Nomad because he is doubting her. I'm going to go off on another tangent here. I like that as a character choice for Don Paragon. He's, because like a lot of villains are like, you keep failing me, you're worthless to me, kill you. But it's not like that with Paragon. He's like, he still has a lot of faith in Toth. He still trusts her. And it's just like, I'm starting to doubt your abilities. I have these other tasks that need to get done first. I'm going to send you on them to reaffirm my faith in you. And that's where the B plot of this episode takes place. I don't know if I said it at the start of this, but I'm going to talk at the start of talking about the episode, but I'm going to talk about the B plot first. So Toth, Scout, and 3 of the Dandelions, Jethro, Noel, and was it Santi? I think his name was Santi, who, aside from Red Manuel, are sort of the 3 main lions. They're the comic relief sidekicks, or background characters, because I guess Scout would be the sidekick. Anyway, they've been sent to collect an oil payment in exchange for water to this family. And we see a lot of Toth here. It's like, the more I see of Toth, the less I like her. Not in the sense of, this is a bad character or anything. It's that because I think she's a character you're not supposed to like. In comparison, I would compare her to Javert from Les Miserables. She's very single-minded in her task. She wants to capture the Nomad more than anything. And with that Javert comparison, I predict that it's going to sort of drive her mad, and it's ultimately going to be self-destructive for her. I don't know, but that just feels like where it's going. Anyway, Scout and Toth are sent to collect this oil payment from these people who are late on their payments. And all the while, Toth is, we need to get this done. Again, I need to get back on this hunt. And we see more of the world building here. We see the tragedy. Because, this family couple's oil well has dried up. So in order to get 1 jug of water, I forget how big jugs are, because it looks like a regular water jug, they have to trade away the last of their oil. And, Scout shows a lot of compassion. She's like, I'm sorry this happened to you, but Toth is very plainly, rules are rules. Again, another comparison to Javert. I don't know why that is sticking so strongly in my mind. And meanwhile, while Scout is trying to get this oil well working before she learns that the well is empty, the wagon wheel from episode 2 passes, which only fuels Scout more. Toth more. It only fuels her desire to get this finished and get back on the hunt. The B plot was fairly standard and straightforward, but I think it really is sort of helping to cement, kicked my desk there, cement Toth and Scout's characters, the way they play off each other, because they are very polar. Scout is very compassionate, she's very caring. Toth is very cold, but one of the things I noticed, she's cold-hearted, but she's not hateful. It's like she has a job and she wants to do it. One more thing I will talk about the B plot is we did get a little more world building here, because we learned that one of the Dandelions, Noel, and Toth come from the same race of people, tribe, group called the Yadala, which is like, oh, you've teased us. I want to know more about this. Like, what are the different races? What are the different... I'm rambling here. I'm sorry. I've never done a review before, so please bear with me. But yeah, that was the B plot. Now let's move on to the A plot. Like I said, at the very end of the last episode, we were introduced to the ranch hand, who is voiced by Ian Sinclair. And he's basically a bounty hunter looking for the Nomad. And his hunt leads him to Bliss Hill, shortly after the Nomad was ran out. He forces, the sheriff to bring the Nomad back, and he does this by holding his son Barty hostage. So, needless to say, the sheriff goes looking for the Nomad, and we get the title drop of the episode here. When he finds him, he's like, you caused a lot of trouble on accident. Have you ever thought about what would happen if you caused trouble on purpose? So the Nomad goes back and fights the ranch hand, which gives us the action set piece of the episode. And we learn a little bit more about the Nomad's powers here. Like, he has this bounty for using black magic, and he's considered dangerous. But in episode 2, it seems like all he knows how to do is bring inanimate objects to life. And during this fight with the ranch hand, by the way, the ranch hand has a mechanical, retractable arm. The Nomad tries to bring the ranch hand's mechanical arm to life to use it against him, and we learn that he cannot bring it to life while it's attached to him. That's part of the set piece. That's part of the fight. Because he does his thing and tries to get the ranch hand's arm to come to life, but it keeps bringing his knives to life. And during the fight, he actually manages to take his arm off of him, and only when it's off of him can he bring it to life. So which, again, because, it gives us more about his powers. So, we're learning what his strengths and weaknesses are. So, at the end of the fight, the ranch hand's arm comes to life and beats him up. It's funny. It's like, stop hitting yourself kind of thing. The ranch hand is ran out of town. The people rebuild Bliss Hill, and then the sheriff points out that magic is illegal, it's outlawed, it's dangerous, it's going to bring unwanted attention. I need you to leave. And the Nomad is, of course, devastated, but it's like, he understands, it's like, I put these people in danger, I can't stay here. And it's the way it's played, it's not a mean thing, he, like I said, he very clearly understands why he can't stay there. And, it had me on the edge of my seat. I was looking forward to more. There was also a lot of humor during that fight, because again, Looney Tunes, there was a lot of slapstick, like, the ranch hand punches the Nomad into a saloon. It's a Western, so of course there's a saloon. And when he goes in there to find him, the Nomad brings everything to life. The bottles, the glasses, the cards, the piano. And I think it's just to troll the ranch hand, and it's absolutely hilarious. So, yeah, like I said, first review, I don't know how good or bad I did. So, give me a second. I'm going to pull up the video, and we will start the episode 4 reaction. All right, and this is Nomad of Nowhere, episode 4, the Twindleweed Brothers Traveling Circus, in 3, 2, 1. It's a 10-minute episode. was that? I live in Nevada, a desert state, and I can tell you how accurate that is.
The Twindleweed Brothers Traveling Circus is open for business.
Well, that happened fast.
Come one, come all, and witness the most magical show in nowhere. And don't forget to purchase commemorative merchandise, available at all exits, entrances, and outhouses.
Oh, he has no idea.
Ain't this just the liveliest thing you ever did see?
Why are we wasting our time here, Scout?
Well, 'cause it's fun, silly. And because I think you're pushing yourself too hard. You need to relax
This is very
sometimes,
true.
Toth. This place might make you feel better. We've been searching for the Nomad for weeks and ain't seen hide or head of him. That's gotta be upsetting.
Oh, are we doing this?
But maybe these traveling folk have seen him on their journey. Couldn't hurt to stick around and ask. And they've got cotton candy.
I suppose we could try to gather some information. And I do like cotton candy.
Yeehaw!
I think that's the first time she smiled.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, paying customers, allow me to introduce myself.
Oh, yes, we're doing this.
My name is Bailey Twindleweed, your master of ceremonies. Thank you,
Don't
you are a
clap.
wonderful audience. But wait, ladies and gentlemen, I sense a traitor is in our midst. Yes, my dear friends, though I do not intend to rouse a panic, I'm afraid this is no ordinary fiend, but the fabled Nomad of Nowhere.
What?
That's right, the sinister wanderer of legend.
Scout,
the monster who
this is
wields
it.
dark
What's
magic
it?
to bring objects to life in defiance of the great El Rey, and preys upon the innocent with his unholy trickery. If only there was someone brave enough in the audience to stand up to such a villainous ne'er-do-well.
I know where this is going. It's a bit.
Sir. Do you think you have what it takes to protect these good people? Nonsense! Let's give our hero a round of applause!
Well, no one said anything.
Don't worry, kid, just play along. This is about to get good.
Ah.
No! This is it!
He went to the
He's
Count
here!
Olaf School of Disguise.
Out of nowhere! Watch out, brave fighter, lest you be thwarted by his dark magic! My word! Our hero is defenseless!
Oh, he's
Whoever shall stop the
insulted.
Nomad now? Why, it's Killjoy the Clown!
Did you just say Killjoy the Clown?
Bertha,
We have to
the
go back and
bearded
watch.
strong lady! Lazarus the lizard tamer! And Trixie the trick shooter! Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for
This is
Twindleweed's
not going to
phenomenal
end well.
performance. Trademark. Come on, kid, you're killing the mood. Clap for Pete's sake.
And there it is.
Dark magic! Magic?
Magic?
Magic? The Nomad of Nowhere. He's real and he's here?
Once
You were
again, I
right,
repeat,
Scout. This
he
place
went to the
is
Count
making me feel
Olaf
better.
School of Disguise.
Yay.
Ladies and gentlemen, for
If
your
any of you
safety,
haven't seen
please
a series of
evacuate
unfortunate
immediately.
events on
All refunds will
Netflix,
be
you
offered.
should.
What the? Where'd he go?
Easy there, hombre. This show ain't over yet.
And it begins.
Sorry, fella, but you never had a chance. You see, the phenomenal 4 ain't just circus performers. They're ex-bounty hunters, too.
Helps to pad out the resume.
Bailey called me a real 3-for-1 hire.
Shut your hot dog holsters.
Not so fast. I have a proposition for you.
Who are you?
Oh,
I am Captain Toth,
Oh,
right hand to
it's
Don
scary lady.
Paragon. And if you turn over the Nomad to me, I'll ensure we are all rewarded appropriately.
All? Lady, we captured him without any of your help. We ain't letting no middleman get in the way of our reward. We already gotta split all our profits 5 ways. Though I guess that's better since we lost the human cannonball. Rest in peace, Harry, wherever you landed.
No.
Let me rephrase. If you don't hand over the Nomad, then we're going to have a problem.
Now, hold on, everyone.
Well, we got
Why
us
don't
some
we all
Mexican
calm
standoff.
down and talk this out over some cotton candy?
Talking isn't exactly our style.
Well, that's one thing we can agree on.
Okay, but what if it was all our styles? Like, collectively? I just feel like together we could...
Honey, I don't like the ways you're talking down to us.
Why do you think we have a problem at you? Did you
Aw.
We gonna take him to El Rey ourselves. We gonna get him
excuse me. Excuse me!
Looking away.
Lazarus, shut her up.
Don't you dare!
Oh, what?
Oh, there's...
The irony.
The Nomad is
Well, that's gruesome.
Oh, no you don't. Oh,
fill him full of lead.
Easy.
And there's a... Oh, God. You're out of ammo.
Like shooting an idiot in a barrel.
What? Get back here, you little varmints!
Now stop right there, Mr. Nomad.
How convenient.
get over here, little man. Hey, where do you think you're going?
They never do that. You know, it's like saying freeze. They never freeze. You might as well just sit and run.
Hey, that ain't fighting fair.
Somehow I feel it's more threatening than it looks. Until you shoot a bearded woman out of a cannon. Looks like they're blasting off again.
No, wait!
And bye-bye.
Nomad, you and I have unfinished business.
Oh, no, you don't. That's our money you're talking to. Our livelihood.
Can we please just work together?
Nope.
I don't need to work with nobody so long as I got nobodies working for me.
There he
Now
is.
get me that.
Oh, he's been holding out on him.
I thought you said we were hardly making ends meet.
Looks like Bailey's been holding out on us.
Hey, Toth!
Why
How
is it
about we
always the
work together?
ringleaders?
Wait a minute, gang. What are you doing? Put me down, okay? Put me down. Stop.
Does this mean we can take the Nomad now?
I think we've got all the rewards we need right here.
You mean taking the boss's gold? Or firing the boss from the cannon?
Yes. Thank you, lizard friend. Onward, lizard friend.
No! We had the Nomad right where we wanted him!
I'm sorry, Toth. But at least we got cotton candy.
Oh, God damn it, Scout. The Nomad lives another day. Trixie was Anna. Bertha was Matt. Oh, good lord. Oh, cool, new bumper. Friggin' years. So that was episode 4. You know, at 10 minutes, that felt perfect. It was concise, short, sweet, to the point. You know, again, there was a lot of slapstick, which was funny. My God, all the bounty hunters that. So, for some reason, an episode I haven't watched in a week I can talk about, and yet an episode I just watched a couple seconds ago, I'm drawing blanks. Great slapstick, Toth crossed paths with the Nomad again. I'm going to stop here because I'm really just rambling. I'll see you guys next week for episode 5. This is Sir Jedi Sentinel. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you next time.